Question number 20. So question number 20 wants us to solve the linear inequality on a number line, all right? So this is the equation that we're given right here. We need to solve and graph it on this number line, all right? So when solving an inequality, the aim is to move all the letters or variables to the left and then all the constants or numbers that don't have an x to the right, okay? So when I look at this equation, are all my variables to the left? Yes. All my x's are at the left side, all right? I have no x's on the right side of this operator, all right? I only have a negative 75, okay? But this constant right here needs to be on the other side because we need to have all the constants to the right side, okay? So how do I move this negative 69 to the right side? To move it to the right side, I would need to add 69 to both sides of my equations, all right? That would get canceled, and my negative 6y, or 6x, I would bring down, all right? My less than sign that's right here, I would bring down also, all right? I know it's a less than sign because it looks like the letter L, all right? When it looks like an L, it's less than. When it does not look like an L, it's greater than, okay? So now we're going to calculate. So negative 75 plus 69 will give me negative 6, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and try to isolate my x because, again, when the question tells you to solve, all right, solve means that you're finding x or you're finding something that's missing. In this case, you're finding x, okay? So I need to isolate x, but this x is being attached to negative 6. Whenever you're attached to something, that means you're multiplying, all right? So to get rid of multiply, you would divide. But guys, look, you're dividing by a negative 6. Whenever you divide by a negative number, whatever this operator is, all right, is going to flip to the other direction. So my less than sign is now going to transform into a greater than sign. It flips to the other direction, okay? So this cancels, and we have x is now going to be greater, because again, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip the operator to the other direction, all right? Negative 6 divided by negative 6, a negative divided by a negative gives me a positive. 6 divided by 6, a positive 1. All right? Now I'm going to put this on the number line. So to put this on the number line, guys, I need to first figure out if this 1 is going to be open or closed. All right? Whenever you have no line underneath, so you don't have an or equal to sign underneath, that means it's going to be an open circle at positive 1. So at positive 1, it's going to be an open circle. All right? So this is saying that x is greater than 1, but does not include 1. All right? All the numbers greater than 1 are 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to infinity. All right? So it will be numbers that are to the right of what my open circle is. So numbers to the right. All right. So again, guys, just like that. Okay. So let's do the next question. So again, it says to solve and graph. Solve means that I'm finding x. So the aim is to move all the variables or all the x's to the left and then all the constants, so all the numbers that don't have x's to the right. So all the variables are to the left, but this constant needs to move to the right. How do I move the positive 8 to the other side? Yep, subtract 8. So I do the same thing on the other side, all right? This gets canceled, and my positive 3x, I bring it down, okay? What is this? Is this a greater than or a less than or equal to sign? This is a greater than or equal to, because again, it does not look like an L, and it has a line underneath. The line underneath means or equal to. So this will be a greater than or equal to sign. That stays the same for now because we did not multiply or divide by a negative. All right. 23 minus 8 is 15. All right. So So now I'm going to break up my multiply. I'm going to break up my couple by dividing by 3, dividing by 3. Did I divide by a negative number, guys? No. So my greater than or equal to sign is going to stay the same. The only time that flips or changes is if I divide it by a negative number, which I did not do. Okay? So again, this is gone, and I'm left with x is going to be greater than or equal to positive 15 divided by positive 3 is positive 5. All right? So now let's put this on our number line. So first things first, guys, I need to figure out if this is going to be open or closed. Because it has a line underneath an or equal to sign, that means it is closed. All right? Because again, we're saying 5 is included in that solution. So I go to positive 5 and I do a closed dot. Positive 5 would be in between 4 and 6, and I put a closed dot. Now I'm going to shade, all right, or move the dot to where I need to be going. This is saying that x is greater than my 5. All the numbers greater than or equal to 5 are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to infinity. So numbers going to the right. And again, it is closed. So I would have a closed dot right here. Okay? So now let's do the last one. So again, it says to solve. That means I'm finding x. Okay? Move all the variables to the left, all the constants to the right. All my variables are good, but I need to move this constant by subtracting 7. That gets canceled. My 4x, I bring it down. What sign is this? Is this less than or equal to or greater than or equal to? It's less than or equal to because it looks like what letter? An L. 3 minus 7 is a negative 4. All right? So now I would divide both sides by 4. Okay? And again, I divided by what type of 4 right there? A positive 4. So is my less than or equal to sign going to change? No. Because again, it only changes when you divide by a negative number. Alright? Again, not because the answer is negative means you change it. You only change it if you divide it by a negative. Alright? So if the number beside the x was a negative number, then yes, you would change the sign. So see how this was a negative number? We divided by negative 6, we change the sign. This is a positive number, it stayed the same. Positive number, this is going to stay the same. Alright? And negative 4 divided by positive 4, and negative divided by positive gives me negative 1. Alright? So is this negative 1 going to be open or closed? It's going to be closed. Because again, we have a line underneath, so it means that it is equal to it. So that means it is included, it is closed. Okay? So I go to negative 1, which is in between 0 and negative 2, and I'm going to make it closed. Alright? This is saying that x is less than negative 1, less than or equal to negative 1. So that would be negative 1 and all the numbers to the left of it. Alright? Because those are all the numbers that are smaller or less than negative 1. Alright? And again, it is closed. Alright? Another way you can know when doing your number line is that this is kind of like an arrow and it's pointing to the right, pointing to the right, pointing to the left. Alright? So that's another way you can look at it.